They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty, 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 trying to catch me riding dirty.
Hey everybody, Brangberg here, and I'm going to be doing a quick Q&A with questions submitted to me through my Steam group, as you can see here, Brangberg's Army, which I will post a link to down below. I am a handicapped gamer, and I'm here to have a good time with some good gamers online. Recently, I've been doing a lot of YouTube videos and Twitch streams, and I've enjoyed doing that as well. So I'm going to let you guys into a little stuff about me with the questions that you've given me. First off, I want to say that my real name is Mike, for those of you that don't already know, and I am from Boston, Massachusetts. Again, this is the Brangberg's Army, brangberg.com/YouTube, Brangberg, or twitch.tv/Brangberg, youtube.com/Brangberg, and brangberg.com. I have some stuff too that I'm going to go over on there that you guys might find useful as well, especially if you're in the game that I play the most, which is Counter-Strike Go. It's pretty fun there, so definitely get into that if you're not already. So without further ado, we can kind of get into the questions that I had submitted to me. I want to thank everybody that did submit questions. I did get some very good ones, and I'll go over all these. I'll start off with some not about games, and then I'll go as far as I can here. So the first question was from J.MO. Are you in a wheelchair, and if so, how did this happen? I do get this question quite often because of my intro video and the handicap symbol in my group. The answer to that is yes, I am in a wheelchair. I am not in it 24/7. I do have a leg disease. So as far as being in a wheelchair, I am in a wheelchair. How did this happen? It's actually a genetic leg disease that I was born with. It's the closest related disease to multiple sclerosis, and it has to do with muscles of my lower legs always being tight, not expanding contrast, and it's painful and stuff like that when I walk around a lot. So I guess the easy answer is yes, I am in a wheelchair. But I'm definitely not letting it hold me back. I'm having a good time with everything, and like anyone, it's just the thing that I have wrong with me. Everyone has something wrong with them, so this is just what I have going on. The next question is Neardy. How did you come up with the name Brangberg, and does your family play games with you? Well, it's kind of a two-part question. First part, Brangberg, my name. I was actually given that by a group of a few kids, I think, in junior high, actually, and it's actually a combination of my last name and the wrestler Goldberg. So my last name's Brangman and then Goldberg, so Brangberg just somehow happened and formed, and I've been known as that ever since, and it extended on to online and gaming, so that's kind of my moniker, kind of who I am. So that's definitely a good question. And does anyone in my family play games with you? As far as anyone in my family, no one really does currently. My brother Matty, shout out to him if he sees this, he is going to be doing a lot of gaming with me, hopefully to getting on my channel with me soon. He's about to go college for gaming. He does more console gaming and more like Nintendo and stuff like that. So he doesn't really play a lot of the games that I do, but hopefully I'm going to change that when he gets a new gaming computer for going to college and stuff like that. So we'll see how that goes. Firka Pirka, do you like playing, watching sports like football, which he said meant soccer? That's kind of a yes and a no. I do like playing and watching sports, but soccer is not my sport. Like I said, I am from Boston, so I am supporting the Boston teams. So Red Sox, Patriots, Celtics, Bruins, and Boston College are the teams that I root for. I know I'll probably get some haters on that, but that's okay because we're the city of champions, baby. So we've won a lot recently. We've been spoiled, so definitely take some pride in my city. I am from Boston, so definitely follow sports. As far as soccer, though, I do not follow soccer. I know it's a pretty popular sport, but I just think they need to make the field half the size, or eliminate them passing backwards or something to liven that game up because a lot of back and forth, and I don't know, a lot of people complain baseball's boring, but I think soccer is, so that's just the way that I feel. And eliminster, what is your favorite beer? To be completely honest, my all-time favorite beer is Miller Lite. I just like it. It's like water. It goes down so smooth. I can drink 15 of them, chug a bottle of water, go to bed, wake up perfectly fine the next day. So that's why I like that so much. But I am from Boston. I do like Sam Adams. If I had to pick one of those, Cherry Wheat is definitely my beer. I love that beer. It's so good. So that's as far as that. The next one, how long have you been into gaming? Well, I've been playing video games basically almost since I was born. My grandparents, when I lived in Boston and Dorchester, downstairs, a lady named Laura, I give her credit for my video game addiction. She had an Atari downstairs, so when I was over there with my mom or my aunts and uncles, I would get to go downstairs and play Atari with her, so that's basically how it all started. I am 30 years old, so I know when I say Atari, yes, it was around then, and I did play it, and it was a lot of fun, and then I basically just grew from there. Nintendo, Sega Genesis, N64, Xbox, and then computers. I do IT for a living, so I'm definitely a technology nerd, and I'm all into that, so I have been playing gaming for a while. As far as competitive gaming goes, I started playing Counter-Strike somewhere around, I think it was Beta 6, which was the Windows 32 release. It was in the betas. That was early on. I think I was in high school when it first got released. I'm pretty sure it was pre-college. And but my first like kind of competitive gaming was on the original Xbox when they did the online, and it was Unreal Championship, and I was actually one of the top rated guys in the game. I was a #1 guy that used the character Cannonball, which was like the big guy, that like tank guy that shot like the rockets and stuff. So I was actually the #1 rated player like in the world for a while for Cannonball. A lot of people didn't use that race because they're kind of slow and they like the guys that were doing flips and stuff. But I like Cannonball because I would just go in and just destroy everybody. So I was a top rated guy in that, for a while. So I guess it's kind of a long question and I answered it like 10 different ways, but I've definitely been into gaming for a while. Milton asked, what is your favorite game ever and why? It's kind of a hard question for me because I have a lot of favorite games, like GoldenEye 007 comes to it, Corner of Time comes to like Nintendo 64 times. If you're talking like Sega Genesis times, it would be like Sonic, I think was one of my favorites. I was pretty into Battletoads. That game was pretty fun. Ninja Turtles was fun. I liked the Karate Kid on regular Nintendo. That one was fun. And the original Zelda, of course. As far as Xbox, it was definitely Unreal Tournament. And I started getting into sports games around then too. So that's why I started doing a lot of sports games in college. And stuff like that. All-time favorite is definitely going to be Counter-Strike. I mean, I've been playing it the longest. It's helped me got through a lot as far as pain with my legs and stuff like that. It really kind of gets my head out of that zone and into another one. So that's, a big part of my gaming, I think. So that's why I would probably have to answer it being my favorite, because it's got me through a lot of those rough times where I'm just not having a good night. I get in there, get my mind off everything as far as the pain I'm in, and just kind of game and have some fun with some guys online. So that's basically the answer to that one. In the future, will you upload other games? If so, which ones? I'd like to see some old school CS. That's actually some good points there. I think I will upload some Counter-Strike. And maybe I'll do some Adventures of Brangberg the Noob, where I'll play some like games that I'm terrible at, like Dota 2. I am absolutely dreadful in that game, and I just started playing it, so that's probably why, because it's like a massive, and there's a lot to it, but I am absolutely dreadful, so maybe I'll do some like new games. I know I've gotten some from some people. I haven't really downloaded some of them yet. Most of the ones that I get I do give away, but I do have a couple, I think, that I haven't really played yet. and a big America's Army fan. I was big into the first one and the new one's coming out, so I'm definitely going to be playing some of that. I would love to get into some Titanfall soon. I just want the price to drop from $60 because that's a lot of money and I don't have it. So, but that I will definitely be doing that soon, Nemo. The next one was Matthew341. Do you plan on doing any other series, Let's Play or challenge type series in CSGO? That's a good question. I think I'm going to be doing that soon. I'm actually going to try, I think, to get into like a schedule, like Tuesdays is going to be this, Wednesdays is this. I'm trying to get into a schedule, but it's still going to be kind of tentative just because with my legs it might be a day or two where I'm just out of commission and can't get on that night, but I'm going to try and get into something like that, and we're going to do some Let's Plays for sure. I usually announce them in the group. I've only done one so far, but I'm going to do a lot more because I want to give away like Gamer of the Week and stuff for Brangberg's Army and stuff like that, so I'm definitely going to be doing that soon. The next one was CM REDDOG. He asked me one day what keys I use like in-game, and how did I get my crosshair like that, because he sees them in the videos and stuff like that. So I wrote down a list here of what I mainly use. So like most people, WASD, I use shift to walk because it's like near my pinky while I'm moving with my other keys, and Q for duck. So I kind of just use like my ring finger and kind of go up and down. Sometimes I use like my pinky if I'm doing some left strafing. And G's drop weapon, I use E to use because it's right next to the W on the other side of the Q, so duck and use are right there to like defuse the bomb and stuff. F is inspect weapon, which is again right nearby. T and U to chat. I kind of get those far away because I don't want to accidentally hit them. And just like I'm doing right now when I record this video, I have these two little like page up, page down buttons, I think it is, or I don't know, maybe those are near my scrolls, but it's on the side of the mouse and I use that. The mouse that I use is the MX518. So there's a button on the side and I press that for my mic, so that's what I use to talk in game. As far as my crosshair scales, we'll go to this right here. This is brangberg.com. If you go here, there's this drop down right here and you can select Counter-Strike, and I actually have a lot of cool stuff here. I have all these settings that I use, and then I have some videos. So it's like a lot of the pro videos and stuff like that. Get Right, AZK, Nil Zeno, Semphis, Sapphire, TM, Faflaren, of course, Rugga, so Adrian from Curse. So there's some good players there, and like videos where they give hints and stuff like that. So I do have those there, and sorry, it's because of that button I use on my mouse to talk. But here are my settings here. I'll put this in the comments. But as far as what I use, here it is. It's this right here, these crosshair scales, and then these crosshair scales. It gives it kind of like a pink, which I know kind of sounds like girly, but it's actually awesome. I absolutely love it. It makes it so that I can see it all the time, and I make it pretty small just because I want to be able to focus in and just nail people in the dome. So that's why I have it like that. There's also a bonus thing down here where I do the /NOVID, which makes it so you don't have that annoying loud-ass video when you load the game, which is really annoying, so I wanted to get rid of that, but that's as far as that goes. Okay. And that was that one. So Gojo asked what my favorite gun to play offensive and defensively are. That's kind of a hard question because it really depends where I'm playing. If I'm on Dust 2 and I'm offensive at long, which I'm assuming means terrorist, I usually like to go op because you're long and you need the space, so it's a better gun to use. If I'm not using that, I'll usually go with an AK just because it's probably most people consider it the best overall gun in the game because it's a one headshot kill even when they have head armor and stuff like that. So I'll usually use that, and I'll buy a smoke so that I can throw off the sign smoke to get the cross, which will enable us to either fake we're going long and go back, or to go across the cross with little resistance. So that's usually the way that I'll play that. Defensively, I mean, it's kind of a trick question. I think, offensive and defensively, and what guns I use. The main guns that I use is I usually use a P250. That's my pistol, as everyone knows, because I have a lot of kills on it, and I have screenshots and stuff on my Steam if you see it, with how many numbers I'm getting. I think I'm almost at 2,000 now. But I use a lot of AWP, M4, A1 obviously, A1S, the AK, P90. Auto I'll use if I'm playing defensively in like B. I'll use that sometimes in mid, but I'm a big opera auto. Scout. I like to use Scout a lot too. So those are basically the main guns that I use. And then if I'm using an eco weapon, I'll usually go with the Bison just because of all the ammo that it has. So I like that probably the best as far as the eco guns. Sometimes I'll use the Shoddy, which I'm known to do in the warm-up rounds because it's fun during that time, and I don't know, I like to get the numbers on my stat tracks up. So, but basically, yeah. So and Cpt.Matt asked what my favorite CS skin was. If I had to give a favorite CS skin, I would probably say the Redline. I really like the Redline AWP. In particularly, which I don't use because I don't have one in a stat track. I use the AWP Boom, which I have in a stat track. But that, I think the red line looks the best. I like that one the most. I also like the Emerald Auto, which doesn't come in a stat track, which gets me very angry because I want to use all stat tracks, but I'm going to try and get a gun with stat track on every one, so, which is annoying because they don't have the auto shoddy, the XM410, whatever that one is. They don't have that one yet, but they did just get the, what was it, the Negev that it was missing. I got that one already, but yeah, I'm trying to get basically all those. But as far as my favorite CS skin, I think it's the red line, so. But thanks again to everyone that did post a question, and again, I will have that stuff, like I said, down in the comment section. I'll have a link to that page that has all the crosshair info and stuff like that, and I'll post this too, so you guys can have that. But thanks again to everybody who asked questions. So that's basically about me. I'm glad you guys get to know me a little better. Definitely get in the links that I have down below to the Brang's Army and join there. I do a lot of announcements, and I'm going to do some Let's Plays and stuff like that in there. So definitely get in there so you can play some Counter-Strike Go with me and stuff like that. And I announce when I do my giveaways and the giveaway results and stuff like that, because I do give away a lot of skins. That's usually what I'm known for, so that's a lot of fun, and you definitely don't want to miss out on that. So thanks again everyone for the support. Again, if you can give me more support, there is also a donation link in there, so you can donate anything. Most of the time, anything you donate, I am just given away on the next giveaway if it's good enough, or I'll hold on to it to trade up so that I can get stuff to give away, or I'll try and sell it so I can do some case opening extravaganzas, which I've also been known to do, so that I can open up a bunch of cases in a stream and on YouTube, and so you guys can check that out. You guys have been enjoying those, especially the guns that I've been giving away, so it's definitely a lot of fun and helps you guys out. So basically, I need your help to help you, so if you guys can donate, that would be a huge help. So as usual, thank you guys all again for taking the time to watch the video, learn a little bit about me. I hope you guys basically got to know me a little bit better, think you know me a little bit better, and want to get in a game with me some more. So definitely try and be friendly and have a lot of fun with everyone that I play with. So and I play with all ranks, silver, gold, whatever you are. I'm game. I'll get in there. I'll give it my best try. So definitely hit me up on Steam. My name again is Brangberg, in Steam too, so pretty easy to add me. But thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.